Greetings and blessed day to you once again, people of God. It's the Revelator once again, and hoping the grace and the mercy of our Lord Jesus Christ is with you until the end of time. Now, last time we focused on one of the most essential presentations, and we explained belief and presented belief. And inside belief, we explained about two diversities of faith, which is connected also to belief and appreciation. Child of God, I want to enter into one of the most controversial and complicated sermon presentations, a sermon presentation that is unauthorized by the kingdom of darkness, a sermon that Lucifer doesn't want you to hear, but that is what I'm called to present as the Revelator. What is forbidden to be addressed in the spirit is what I'm called to address in the spirit. And today I want to present the sex demons. But inside the sex demons, I'm going to be focusing more on two diversities and dimensions of operating spirits that are subordinate to sex demons. And I'm going to be focusing on the wet dreams and the masturbation. I'm also going to be touching on many other areas that sexual demons are active. But as I'll be preaching, I need you to be also praying against some of the things that are going to be mentioned in this presentation. I need you to be praying against the habits that are going to be mentioned and the addictions. For so many of you have been trapped into these habits and addictions that have captivated your will and your strength, and I mean your willpower, that then diverts you away from the presence of God. It is the only reason why we address against the sex demons and their multi-operating diversities of spirits. So this presentation is going to be an exploded presentation, a fusion of many spirits under sexual demons being exposed. And as usual, I'm praying that the Holy Spirit will be assisting me to expose these demons in his manner of spiritual language. There is a scripture in the book of Matthew that says, by merely looking at a woman to lust after her, you have already committed adultery with her inside your heart. I need you to understand something, that in the times of old, one was regarded to have fallen into adultery or fornication after being caught in the very act. But as soon as Jesus comes, he comes in another dimension of revelation that exposes and gives evidence that sex demons have got many diversities of operations that are not practical, in a dimension where they are able to captivate your mind and still have power over your life without your body indulging into sexual immorality. And once again, you are waking up wet. You are waking up wet, but you don't understand what has happened while you are sleeping. You are wet because you are having what has been defined by many as wet dreams. I need to explain the first category that I'm going to be exposing, which is wet dreams. Wet dreams are not just theories or anything that is scientifically explained by those that want to avoid defining the spiritual negativities of sexual demons. wet dreams are connected to spiritual husbands and spiritual wives, and they feed on those things that you keep on listening to, things that you keep on watching, things that you enjoy putting your mind on. It's either you were watching sex tapes before going to bed, maybe you were flirting to the level that one can be flirting until one gets wet. There's also a level whereby one is flirting as a female until they are squirting. I hope someone is understanding what I'm saying, so that you understand that this that I'm explaining here can happen online psychologically without any second physical body as a representative of fornication being involved. I'm talking about a sexual psychology being possessed to the level that even when one goes to sleep, sex continues in a dream. And this is what has been defined as wet dreams. Yet it is more than wet dreams. You are imagining of having sex with a married woman. That imagination is going to haunt you even when you go to bed. That married woman that you're imagining of sleeping with will come to your dreams, but it won't be that woman, it will be a spirit behind that woman, using the face of that woman. You are flirting online about sex with a distant lover. That partner is not distant. He or she is only distant online, but in the spirit, that partner is very close to you. What it means is that you find yourself having sex with that partner in spirit, and that is what has been defined as a wet dream. Maybe you are sharing nudes online as teenagers, and you think the matter ended online. No, that matter didn't end online. It continues psychologically, even when you go to sleep. After flirting with your boyfriend, you as the female, you are left hanging, and you end up using your finger. And while you are using your finger, you don't realize that your mind is being taken somewhere. You ended up using your thoughts to invite the one that you were flirting with. Meaning that this is now an issue that is beyond just you using your finger. Meaning that the one that you were flirting with came into your dreams to do those things that you imagined before going to bed. And then you had some good wet dreams, which you believe was good sex, yet it was a sex demon. Let me make myself clear, child of God. Masturbation is a sex demon, and masturbation is represented also by a wet dream. And while you'll be masturbating, you'll be in a sex wonderland. There is a maze in the spirit, a realm in the spirit where the souls of those that are masturbating are caught up in the spirit. Those that continue indulging in sexual immoralities, those that continually get captivated by sex demons and they cannot escape. That person who made you enjoy sex, that person that you are fornicating with, his or her face will always reappear in your dreams. Spiritual husbands and wives will use his or her face to sleep with you while you are awake. I need you to understand something. That moment you are wrapping your clit as a female, you are also being penetrated by a sexual demon in the spirit, a spiritual husband. The more you imagine of him deeper while he's wrapping your clit as a female, the more a spiritual husband increases speed. But you need to understand that penetration will be also happening in the spirit. That moment you are wrapping your clit while he's seated on the bed, that moment that you are wrapping your clit while he's seated in a bathtub. But first you must get emotionally depressed. That is the law of sexual demons. They get you depressed. You must be made to feel lonely. You must be made to feel empty inside of you. Then you start wrapping and touching yourself, not knowing there is a shadow sex demon touching you, wrapping your body. 95% of people that are being sexually abused in dreams are always stressed and lonely. I need you to understand that there are relationships that are instantly and constantly breaking up, and you don't understand why your relationships are breaking up constantly in the spirit. The same guy coming to fornicate with you, the same guy that you can't resist, is the same guy appearing and reappearing in your dreams. The same lady you fingered is the same lady who made you wake up wet. Why? Because that matter did not end in the physical. The fantasy continues from within the head to your dreams, and they become sexual dreams that you define as wet dreams. Everyone that has a sex demon is an addict of either a bad sexual habit or an addiction. Everyone that is having sexual wet dreams is obsessed to a certain sexual fantasy. I said, whilst you'll be masturbating thinking of that girl, by the time you release, you get connected to your wife in the spirit. By the time you release a female, by the time you release also as a female, you get captivated after sex. You get captivated as a female by your husband in the spirit, meaning that the spiritual husband is able to have sex with you inside your own thoughts. Do you think a hug or a kiss is not effective? There are so many that will be asking me, men of God, is a hug a big matter? Is a kiss a big matter? You don't know how effective a hug or a kiss is. Why? Because you have taken it lightly. You get connected emotionally and spiritually. Do you know that after hugging and kissing, some of you are busy masturbating online whilst chatting with someone that you imagine, whilst talking to the very same person that you were kissing, whilst talking to the very same guy that was holding your hand for hours? Some of you virgins of this century have already lost your virginity, whilst you still think and believe that you are virgins. Through being fingered and through being rubbed your clit by a guy, and you believe that you haven't had sex, and during being fingered, you thought it was just a finger, yet it was a penis penetrating you in the spirit. When you finally go to sleep, I need you to understand, you see the same guy you never had sex with breaking your virginity. The very same guy that you never had sex with is able to come to sleep with you under the inspiration and the negative power of a spiritual husband. I need you to understand that wet dreams are sex demons that can bypass you as a married man to sleep with your wife. You can actually hear your wife producing sounds that are evident that she is enjoying sex while in her sleep. How is that possible, Revelator? That is very possible. Especially also if that wife is not right standing in her ways with God. Especially when that wife is secretly chatting. Especially when that wife is not being satisfied by you married men. Especially when you and your wife take days and seasons and weeks and months without having sex. It's very possible that both of you can start masturbating as a couple. And if that keeps happening to your wife, she'll be masturbating in the bathtub in your presence. And when I'm saying in your presence, I don't mean you'll be in the bathroom. And whilst you think you are waiting for your wife in the bedroom, she'll be already masturbating in the bathtub. You as a man will also start flirting and cheating online. And this is how sexual demons have entered married people. You start being seduced by other women online and you also get captivated mentally. I've never seen any happily married couple that masturbates. I've never seen a marriage that lasts when one of you is now masturbating in that marriage. That same sex demon also invites married men to young unmarried girls. I've seen young unmarried girls that have got into a tendency of sleeping with married men. They don't want to be caught up in relationships with the guys of their age. They want to sleep with married men. That system continues continuously. The indulging of sexual immorality with the married men is like a drug addiction that continues obsessively. Every single lady who has dated a married man has problems of getting married. Why? Because you already got yourself married to someone already before you got married yourself. Why? Because you already got yourself married to someone already married during sex. The cycle of married men continues after having sex with a married man. You reach the level and stage where sex demons make you believe that sex with a married man is better than sex with a boyfriend. Not to say sex with a boyfriend is allowed in this kingdom. It's not allowed. It's fornication. Which fornication is another dimension of a sex demon. A giant sex demon that has defeated 95% of our youth. Same applies to boys sleeping with married women. The cycle continues. Are you able to break the cycle? Are you having trouble with breaking the cycle of continuously fornicating? You keep being penetrated time and again by one and the same guy who will never marry you. One and the same guy. As soon as that guy gives you a call, as soon as that guy comes to where you stay, you know it's automatically going to be a sexual encounter. Whether you want it or not, you have that sexual partner that you only have for a sleepover, what you call a one-night stand. All those are demonic initiations by sexual demons. All those are demonic initiations from evil spirits. Same applies to you, my brother. The girl who avails herself for temporal sex is not a wife material. I need you to understand. How does she become a wife material when she simply avails herself for sex anytime that you need sex? That is not a wife material. Someone that you can sleep over and over with without even proposing, without even putting a marriage ring on her finger. And you believe that is a wife material. That is not a wife material. The worst state of these sex demons is adultery. And when you reach the level of adultery as married people, it means you are now initiated by sex demons. You have joined the club. You are now in the realm of captivation by sex demons. Same applies to singles, youthful people. Once you are indulging into fornication and you can no longer escape this demon, I need you to understand that you are now trapped in a maze that will never allow you to get married. The worst state of these sex demons is adultery, where both of you are now cheating as a couple, yet you pretend to be committed to each other, and while this you are also flirting. Child of God, I'm here once again, sent by the Holy Spirit to help you escape adultery, to help you escape fornication, to help you escape masturbation, to help you escape wet dreams, to help you escape sex demons. Leprosodemosita, Jacosepracosida. I need to pray for you, child of God, so that you can be able to defeat this sexual demon. The sexual demon that bypasses your flesh and makes you indulge in sexual activities that you don't want to indulge. The sexual demon that has entered your marriage and does not allow you and your wife to have sex. Why? Because it wants both of you to end up flirting. It wants one of you to end up cheating. The moment you close your eyes as a married woman, you are already seeing another man coming to try to sleep with you. The moment you close your eyes as a man, there is a slay queen coming to seduce you. I want to pray for you right now. La prosodemosita. Anita rekasedilebosita shakosida. Zeka prosodemosita. I need to pray for someone. I'm seeing someone. You are trapped in masturbation. You masturbate almost every night and you can't stop. I need to pray for someone. The moment you want to sleep with your wife, you just lose sexual feelings. I need to pray for someone. You are caught up in the very act of fornication and you have become a slave of sex. I need to pray for someone. You're constantly having wet dreams and you don't understand. Why? Because you don't understand that you are being used for sex in the spirit. I'm praying for you. La prosodemosita. In the name of Jesus.